Hello everyone, and welcome. Imagine this, it's 2 a.m. in London, 9 p.m. in Washington, and just past sunrise in Moscow. Suddenly, without a moment's notice, encrypted military channels worldwide broadcast the same chilling message. A major war has erupted. In mere seconds, the first missiles streak across the night sky. Radar screens flare to life, and decades of delicate peace shatter in minutes. This isn't a scene from a fictional thriller. It's a stark reminder of the unthinkable scenarios that have loomed over humanity. The idea of a global conflict, a World War III, is a concept that has long been explored in our stories, our films, and our deepest anxieties. It's a scenario that forces us to confront the fragility of our interconnected world and the devastating consequences of escalating tensions. While the thought is undeniably unsettling, it also serves as a powerful catalyst for reflection. It compels us to consider the immense value of the peace we often take for granted and the vital importance of diplomacy, understanding, and cooperation in preventing such a catastrophic future. The narratives we consume about these possibilities aren't just entertainment, they are often cautionary tales. They highlight the immense human cost, the societal upheaval, and the long-lasting scars that conflict leaves behind. By engaging with these themes, we can foster a deeper appreciation for the efforts made by countless individuals and organizations dedicated to maintaining global stability and fostering a more peaceful world. It's a reminder that our collective actions, our commitment to dialogue, and our pursuit of common ground are our strongest defenses against the shadows of war. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this has given you something to ponder. If you found this thought-provoking, please consider following for more discussions. The potential opening moves of a hypothetical World War III. It's a scenario that sparks a lot of questions, and the most critical one is often which countries would be hit first and what would drive those decisions. To understand this, we need to look at how major powers strategize for conflict. Military planning isn't about random attacks, it's a meticulously calculated process. Every potential target, every strategic advantage is analyzed, simulated, and assigned a priority long before any actual hostilities begin. The initial actions in any large-scale conflict are dictated by a fundamental need to neutralize an adversary's capacity to wage war before they can effectively retaliate. History offers us a powerful lens through which to view these patterns. In both World War I and World War II, the initial assaults weren't directed at purely symbolic sites. Instead, they focused on objectives that would cripple an opponent's ability to mobilize, communicate, or sustain their forces. Think about the importance of industrial centers, key transportation hubs, or critical military infrastructure. These are the arteries of a nation's war-making capability, and their disruption would be a primary objective. Consider the concept of first strike capability. This refers to the ability to launch a devastating initial attack that significantly degrades an opponent's ability to respond. In a modern context, this could involve targeting command and control systems, advanced weaponry, or logistical networks. The goal is to gain an overwhelming advantage from the outset, shaping the entire trajectory of the conflict. Furthermore, geographical proximity and strategic alliances play a crucial role. Nations bordering potential adversaries, or those with significant military bases or resources in strategically important regions, would likely be among the first to face direct action. The interconnectedness of global alliances means that a conflict involving one major power could quickly draw on others, creating a domino effect. It's also important to acknowledge the role of intelligence. Comprehensive intelligence gathering allows nations to understand their adversaries' strengths, weaknesses, and potential responses. This information is vital in identifying the most vulnerable points and the most effective targets for an initial strike. The aim is to achieve maximum impact with minimal risk of immediate, overwhelming retaliation. While we hope such a scenario remains purely hypothetical, understanding the strategic thinking behind potential opening moves helps us appreciate the complexities of international relations and the importance of diplomacy in preventing conflict. It underscores the immense responsibility that comes with global power and the constant need for de-escalation and peaceful resolution.
Resolved in the shadow of a brewing storm, the specter of conflict looms ominously over the Pacific. Taiwan, Guam, Okinawa, and the U.S. naval bases in Japan stand as precarious sentinels, their fates intertwined with the whims of power. When the drums of war echo, the chilling truth emerges: the first strikes will not be aimed at the innocent. No, the opening salvos will seek to dismantle the very lifeblood of the enemy, its command, its communication, its ability to retaliate. Yet, as the lines blur between military and civilian, the grim reality dawns. Command centers often nestle in the heart of bustling cities, where lives hang by a thread. Imagine the chaos, the cacophony of destruction, dozens of vital sites annihilated within mere moments. This is not merely a warning, it's a harbinger of a world teetering on the brink of annihilation. Since the dawn of the nuclear age in 1945, we have lived under the oppressive weight of thousands of warheads, their malevolent potential still simmering beneath the surface. Though their numbers may have dwindled, the capacity for devastation remains unfathomable. If the unthinkable were to unfold tonight, the cold calculus of nuclear deterrence would reign supreme. Survival becomes the paramount instinct, with each nation scrambling to prevent a crippling blow. The arsenals are meticulously scattered silos, submarines, mobile launchers, each a desperate safeguard against the inevitable. In the United States, the Minuteman III missile silos in Montana, North Dakota, and Wyoming would be primary targets, while Russia's strategic rocket forces lie hidden across the icy expanse of Siberia. The race to neutralize each other's arsenal would unfold with terrifying swiftness, but therein lies the paradox. In the effort to eradicate the threat, both sides would seal their own fate. One confirmed launch would trigger a cascade of retaliatory strikes, an unstoppable chain reaction. And this nightmare would not be confined to the superpowers alone. NATO allies Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, Italy, and Turkey are in winning pawns, their bases housing American nuclear weapons, instantly thrust into the maelstrom of destruction. In Asia, China's historically restrained nuclear doctrine would shatter, its arsenal unleashed in a frantic bid for survival, targeting U.S. positions in Guam, South Korea, and Japan within hours. Yet, the peril doesn't end there. Secondary nuclear states Pakistan and India in their bitter rivalry, Israel with its shadowy stockpile, North Korea eager to assert its might could ignite an inferno, pulling the world into chaos. One spark in this tinderbox could lead to a conflagration, dragging nations into the abyss. Thus, the initial wave of a global conflict would transcend mere military strategy. It would embody a primal fear, the desperate race to eliminate the adversary's nuclear trigger before it can unleash devastation. In this dark theater of war, entire nations find themselves on the